Have you ever stood in your kitchen staring at a recipe, wondering why your dishes never turn out quite right? Cooking can feel intimidating, but the truth is, it's a skill anyone can master with the right techniques, mindset, and guidance. Understanding the principles behind cooking is the key to creating meals that are not only tasty, but also consistent and enjoyable. Welcome to HowExpert Tip of the Day, where we bring you real world tips from our how to guides on all topics from A to Z. If you want to learn even more in depth strategies, examples, and techniques on this topic, check out HowExpert Guide to Cooking. Available at Amazon, Audible, Barnes and Noble, Google, Kobo, Apple, Spotify, and all major bookstores as an ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. At its core, cooking is about combining ingredients, heat, and technique to create something greater than the sum of its parts. It's not just about following a recipe, it's about understanding flavors and textures, timing, and even presentation. Whether you're making a quick weeknight dinner, an elaborate feast, or a simple dessert, knowing the fundamentals of cooking can elevate your results and boost your confidence in the kitchen. In this video, we'll explore what cooking really involves, why it matters, and the key principles you need to master to become a more skilled home chef. First, let's talk about understanding ingredients. Great cooking begins with knowing your ingredients, their flavors, textures, and how they interact. Fresh, high quality ingredients can dramatically improve the taste of your dishes. For example, a simple salad with ripe, in season tomatoes and crisp greens can taste far superior to one made with wilted or out of season produce. One practical tip: always read labels and, when possible, choose fresh, unprocessed ingredients to make your cooking shine. Next, mastering basic techniques is essential. Whether it's chopping, sautéing, roasting, or boiling, foundational skills allow you to execute recipes effectively and adapt them creatively. Consider a novice cook who struggles with sautéing onions. Learning the right heat level, oil amount, and timing can turn a bland, burnt result into a flavorful base for soups, stews, or sauces. Tip: practice each basic technique until it feels intuitive. It makes more complex dishes far less intimidating. Balancing flavors is another cornerstone of great cooking. A dish should have a harmonious blend of sweet, salty, sour, bitter, and umami elements. Too much of one can overwhelm the others. For example, a tomato sauce can taste flat without a pinch of sugar to balance acidity, or a salad dressing can feel one-dimensional without a touch of salt. The insight here is simple. Taste frequently as you cook and adjust gradually. Your palate becomes your most valuable tool. Another important principle is timing and temperature control. Cooking isn't just about ingredients, it's about when and how you apply heat. Overcooked vegetables lose nutrients and texture, while undercooked proteins can be unsafe or unpleasant. Consider roasting a chicken. Starting it at a high temperature and finishing at a lower one ensures a crispy skin and juicy interior. Tip: use timers, thermometers, and visual cues rather than relying solely on the clock. It leads to more consistent results. Presentation matters, even if you're cooking just for yourself. A visually appealing dish enhances the perception of flavor and can make meals more enjoyable. Simple touches like garnishing with fresh herbs, arranging food neatly on the plate, or using contrasting colors make a difference. A friend of mine once turned a simple pasta dish into a memorable dinner by adding a sprinkle of parmesan, a drizzle of olive oil, and a few basil leaves. Suddenly it felt restaurant quality. Remember, people eat with their eyes first. People eat. Understanding kitchen organization and efficiency is crucial for stress-free cooking. Mise en place, a French term meaning everything in its place, helps you prepare ingredients, tools, and equipment before you start cooking. This approach reduces mistakes, saves time, and makes multitasking easier. Imagine making a stir fry without having vegetables chopped and sauces measured. You'll likely end up overwhelmed. Tip: organize your workspace, prep ingredients in advance, and clean as you go for a smoother cooking experience. Finally, confidence and creativity can transform cooking from a chore into a joy. Once you understand basic principles, you can experiment with flavors, swap ingredients, and adapt recipes to suit your taste. A home cook named Alex started following recipes strictly, but gradually began substituting spices, adding vegetables, and adjusting cooking times. Not only did his meals taste better, but he also developed a sense of pride and personal style in the kitchen. Insight: the more you practice, the more freedom you have to make dishes uniquely yours. To illustrate how these principles come together, think of preparing a homemade lasagna. By choosing fresh tomatoes and high quality cheese, mastering sauce consistency, balancing seasoning, timing the pasta, and baking perfectly, presenting it attractively, keeping your prep organized, and experimenting with herbs, you create a dish that is far more than the sum of its ingredients. This approach highlights that cooking is both a science and an art. Understanding each element elevates your results. To recap, great cooking involves understanding ingredients, mastering techniques, balancing flavors, controlling timing and temperature, focusing on presentation, staying organized, and building confidence to experiment. When these elements come together, you're not just making meals, you're creating experiences that nourish and delight. And here's the mic drop line: the best dishes aren't just cooked, they're crafted with knowledge, care, and a dash of creativity. For even more tips, techniques, and practical examples on this topic, check out HowExpert Guide to Cooking. Available at Amazon, Audible, Barnes& and Noble, Google, Kobo, Apple, Spotify, and all major bookstores as an ebook, paperback, hardback, and audiobook. HowExpert publishes how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. Visit howexpert.com to learn more.